Heaven is a massive gay club near Trafalgar Square. It was owned by Richard Branson in those days. It's the venue that Oakenfold chose to do Land of Oz, which was a very seminal club in acid house history.
I actually met Alex first when I was producing a band for EG Records, and they said, "Oh, you got to meet Alex. He's working for us in A&R. He'll be right up your street." And he said, "I'll come down to Heaven. I'm starting this new night, chill out night with the Orb, my new project." And yeah, well, the rest is history.
Me, Jimmy and Alex were all DJing at Land of Oz and Spectrum at the time, doing the first chill-out room there, the White Room.
It was a long room, you know, it was sort of like white sheeted. You'd have sort of lights projected on it, you know. Alex would be sort of in the middle.
Oakenfold instructed Alex he said, just don't make people dance. And that was about the only instruction. In these early days, he was playing, you know, Pink Floyd and Tubular Bells, and along with stuff that him and KLF were doing, because they're all one unit in this time. Bird noises and environmental sounds, and sometimes using like 5 or 6 decks and stuff.
Alex even invited me to play records there as well. I went there to play jazz records, which was not that well, didn't connect that well, I must admit. It was just so freeform. This was this new concept of the chill-out room, which they sort of invented during those times.
First time anybody had done anything like that in London, and Morris used to come over and DJ with him and have various different people playing with him.
And I do remember a conversation at that time where I said, "You should leave this room at Heaven to me and you should go off and be the new Pink Floyd." And I guess that's kind of what happened in a way.
In 1987, Pink Floyd was the uncoolest thing in the world. It was dinosaur, old fart rock. And then I went away on tour with them. And while I was away, Acid House happened. And I came back and suddenly Pink Floyd were the coolest band in the world. It was hilarious. Suddenly you could listen to anything. You could play anything. It was brilliant. All bets were off.
Space 1999. I don't know if you ever got that over here. We grew up on this this like Star Trek, but it's a British version called Space 1999. And everybody lived on the moon. And everybody wore white. And everybody went, "Oh!" Very ambient, very sort of whoosh. And there we were, ready to pick up that little mantle, and the press sort of gave us 2 or 3 years of like a lot of exposure.
I'm pouring the tea.
Lovely. We normally start out from what we would call the basic groove, be it, you know, very rhythmical or just pulsy. You know, even an ambient track can have a pulse. And by groove, I don't necessarily always mean like drums.
Just a second, Alex.
It's just the way things flow together, you know. There's also a groove which might not necessarily be in a calculated grid.
Okay, good. Your typical org groove?
Yeah.